and welcome back to my channel. My name is Helen if you don't know me, and I am doing the Gymshark 66 challenge. My main aims have just been consistency for the last couple of weeks, and today, it is the 23rd of January and this is episode 14, I am going to be counting all my macros. I don't have a target to aim for, but I weighed everything. I want to just be aware. And I just want to be aware of what I'm eating. So I've got 50 grams of oats, and yeah. And it's 7:30 in the morning, and I'm at work, and I've done one client, and he was in a good mood, which was nice. And then I'm training back today. Yay. See you later. So I spent an hour foam rolling, and then I had that food, and I am so exhausted. I'm so tired. I'm about to put my music in and train back. Annoyingly, it's like 12 o'clock, so it's peak time, so it's busy, but I'll try and film as much as possible, and hopefully, like, I don't know, I've got no plan, I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's see what happens. Hello and welcome to another workout voiceover. So I really wasn't feeling this workout, and even by the time I finished, I just felt very tired. However, I'm recording this voiceover the day after, and my back is really tight. I can feel my lats, I can feel in between my shoulder blades, I can feel like my lower traps, I can feel my rear delts. Putting all these clips together, I realised I did like 7 or 8 exercises, but because I love to superset everything, it just is a lot quicker. But yeah, so it ended up being really good, so I definitely recommend this workout. Give it a try. So for a warm-up, I put this is a Kinesis low row machine, but you could do this on any machine that has 2 cables, so the dual assisted pulley would work really nicely, and you could do this on the TRX. I started by alternating a low row with a reverse fly. This is literally on 2.5 kilos, so super light. I did 10 to 15 of the first one, and then I just repped out with low rows afterwards. I then put the weight up and I did 15 rows, really focusing on squeezing the middle part of my back, so my shoulder blades in and down, pulling my lats as tight together as I can, squeezing my elbows together, just really concentrating on squeezing basically. This was relatively light for 15 reps, and then I supersetted this with the reverse fly, so I took the weight back down to 2.5 and I did 10 reverse flies, and I'm trying to keep my rib cage down as I keep my shoulders open, so not flaring too much. I then put the weight up after a rest, and I did 12 rows followed by 10 reverse flies, and really focus again on squeezing. And after the warm-up in the first set, you should feel like everything is really activated, and I say in most of my voiceovers, it's all about activation and mind muscle connection for any body part that you train, but that is what's helped me when I train back, is being a lot more aware and knowing what I'm squeezing. And your final set is heavier again, and this time you are going to do 10 reps squeezing as hard as you can. You should be very activated now, so it's a lot easier to feel where you are supposed to. And then again, dropping the weight back to the light so you can do your controlled as possible reverse flies for 10 reps. So 1 warm-up set followed by 3 working sets. If you're working out in a busy gym, or just if there's only 1 lat pull down and it's being used, then I recommend trying a kneeling pull down. I really like this. I did 10 reps. I used 35 kilos, which is the weight that I did in my previous video, but I was supersetting with from wide into narrow. So I managed more reps than last time, so I did 10 reps, and they were really hard. I really actually didn't enjoy it very much, but then I supersetted this with a wide lat pullover. So I like to switch between being narrow and being wide to make sure there's lots of variety, and my back is strong sort of from all different angles. And you do 15 pullovers. So one thing I forgot to say is that your narrow pull down is with your palms facing you, and then your pullover is with your palms facing down. So pull down is a supinated grip, and then your pull over is a pronated grip. Again, this is 3 sets of this superset. If you have been consistently training for a while, or this is your like second or third time doing this particular program, if you're going to use it and repeat it, then do 4 sets instead of 3. Because last week was the first week that I'd actually done a back only session, therefore this is only my second, I thought I would keep it. Well, it's not easy actually, it really hurt. What am I talking about? But yeah, so if you want it to be harder, do 4 sets. I'm going to do 3, and then I think eventually my programs I will start to do a higher volume. From there, I went into 4 sets of 8 bent over barbell row. I put 40 kilos on the bar, which I think was potentially a little bit silly. It felt really heavy, it felt really good. I love doing 8 reps. I honestly just think it feels so good. You can go really heavy, and I don't know what I'm saying, I just love 8. Anyway, so with your bent over row, you want to push your hips as far back as possible, keeping your back really straight by sticking your tailbone out and keeping tension in between your shoulder blades and the nape of your neck in line. If you watch how I get into it, I'm loading my hips, so I'm pushing backwards rather than bending forwards, and then I'm pulling my shoulders back and then lifting my elbows as high as possible. I am trying not to bounce, although I definitely am bouncing a little bit because it was a bit heavier. I think I'm going to do this in my next workout at the beginning, so I am less tired, but I loved it because I was super activated, so I really felt it. But 4 sets of 8 bent over barbell row. To finish, I supersetted a wide row, a wide and high row, or it's almost like a wide grip face pull. I'm trying to keep my elbows pretty high. I supersetted that with a narrow row, pulling more to my chest, so pulling lower. So sort of a high row into a low row if you want. I ended up doing 4 sets because my first set was far too light. And I also did it kneeling instead of standing. I did this in my previous back workouts, which I'll link down below as well if you like. And I just felt like I am way more controlled when I do it kneeling rather than when I did it standing. I really liked this superset as a finisher. I would recommend, if you want to keep it heavy, like if you feel like you haven't quite done enough, put your weight up for your narrow row. So, or actually put the weight up for both in general. I think you can go a lot heavier than you think. I went up in between every single set. I did 15 reps of each, and it was good. You can see my last set is definitely much heavier for my wide row. I'm not able to go as fast. Not that you should try and go fast, but I just purposefully had to slow it down. And yeah, 3 sets of 15 of each. Go heavier than you think you can go, and it feels great. 1 wide, 1 narrow, take a rest in between, and your back will be smoked afterwards. And that is the end of the workout. I finished. It was 48 minutes. I think I'm going to be really achy, but I also feel like I haven't done a lot. But then I don't know. I'm very hot and I am very tired, but I also feel like I should have done more. I don't know. I guess I'll see when I edit it, but I'm going to shower before my next cloud day. And yay, workout done. That is good news. I was a bit worried. I just dropped my headphones. A bit worried that my leggings were see-through. In fact, they are see-through.
So it's 8 o'clock and I am finally on my way home. I normally walk, but I'm getting the bus because my feet actually just hurt, which is like ridiculous because that's been a while since they've hurt. And I'm glad I've eaten all those 3 meals and porridge. I've got eggs and a protein shake left to have. I did originally think, God, that's a lot of food to take in, but I'm glad I took it all in because I think I'd be ravenous by now. Like, I'm actually a little bit hungry. So, yay!
So I stupidly did not record an outro for this video, but I put my dinner into MyFitnessPal as well. So my dinner was a bagel thin and 2 eggs and then 2 scoops of some whey protein. I was convinced that I was going to be way over on my carbs, but I actually wasn't. I think I included the clip of just what I finished on. So I was slightly over on protein. I was like perfect on fat, and I really basically had like so many carbs left if I wanted. So I set everything up so that I would have like 40% carbs and then 30% fat, 30% protein. Um, and in the end I pretty much did like 33% of each, so a really really even split, so I can afford to have more carbs, which is super good to know, but also that it wasn't overeating. It was 1850 calories in total, which I think is pretty good. So yeah, so that's pretty much how I'm going to do it. Porridge for breakfast, 3 Tupperware meals, some eggs and a protein shake every day. I don't know if I'll bother weighing and counting everything every day. I think that if I stick to that or thereabouts, then we should be pretty good. But anyway, I'm going to end this video here because, as you all know, I can talk forever. But please give this a like if you liked it. Comment below if there's anything that you would change about that workout, or if you tried that workout, what your favourite exercise is or was. And I will see you in my next video. And until then, stay happy and healthy. They are the most important things. If you are happy, you're more likely to be healthy, and if you're healthy, you're more likely to be happy. So look after yourselves and don't be afraid to nap. It's all good. Anyway, see you in my next video. Bye.